Where did the ocean go? By learning ready. Abner loved the warmth of the ocean. He and his pod swam for miles every year when the seasons changed, in search of the warmest water. Now they were returning to their home. Abner's favorite place. To Abner, it was the most beautiful place in the world. No matter how far away he swam, Abner and his pod always returned to their much-loved reef. He would spend his days basking in the sunlight, or playing with the others in his pod. As the pod got closer to the reef, there was a loud wailing sound. It was a sound so loud that it sent ripples through the water. The entire pod came to a stop. Like the others, Abner stared ahead. The loud wailing sound he heard was his own voice as he struggled to make sense of something none of them understood. The water was cloudy, and had strange things floating in it. It was like a bad dream, only it wasn't a dream. The pod decided to move forward. Slowly. The water became darker. Abner was afraid. What happened to their beautiful reef, he wondered. Where did the ocean go? How would they get it back? But Abner already knew the answer. A whistling sound came from a distance. Abner whistled back in response. Then came more whistles and clicks. The pod was moving on. Instinctively, Abner turned to follow. He raced to catch up, but suddenly stopped mid-swim. Abner turned back towards the reef. He wanted to believe what he saw wasn't real. He wanted to believe it to have been a cruel trick of his eyes. But it had not been a dream. His beautiful reef was gone. He didn't recognize it anymore. Abner took one last look before turning to catch up with the pod. He would make himself forget the ugliness he saw. He wanted to remember it as it always had been. The most beautiful place in the world.